Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel, August 16th, 2017. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I've made a pretty big discovery on the cactus. The cactus is basically kind of like the stereo imaging, kind of like the coronagraph on the Soho, the C2 and C3. They just simply use it to identify CMEs, coronal mass ejections. At about 4 a.m. this morning, once again, I was just, simply woken up out of a dead sleep. And, this has been happening to me quite often over the past several months. And, folks, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's somebody upstairs trying to tell me what's happening. Some type of internal light that just clicks on, wakes me up, sends me directly to my computer and tells me exactly where to go to find the evidence to show all of you once again. So at 4 a.m. this morning, I woke up, I went directly to my computer. I immediately pulled up the cactus imaging, and I saw another coronal mass ejection that happened on August 15th. At that point in time, I looked at the video. It was, rather quick in its time lapse. And then, once again, something was just telling me, okay, you have to now go to stereo imaging. I went directly to the stereo imaging. I pulled up the information for August 15th, 2017, and I immediately started viewing this footage. Instantaneously, I recognized that during this coronal mass ejection, there were 5 hours, folks, of missing video footage. 5 hours. Directly in the middle stages of this coronal mass ejection. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is, you already know, and we already know, that this information is trying to be hidden from the world population. We're going to get into all of that. If you did not see the live stream video that I had this morning, then you're going to see all of it here today. Another situation that has arisen overnight is we have one of these absolutely ridiculous, retarded troll factions that are flagging each and every one of my videos on YouTube because this is what they're paid to do. And it's not working. It's not working as far as taking my videos down or demonetizing them. None of it's working, but I am getting the notifications from YouTube. And they're currently working on the situation as far as terminating the YouTube channel that belongs to this absolutely disgusting homeless individual. He claims to be a homeless bum, but he goes by the YouTube channel name Waptek, Waptek. And this is the disgusting, indigent individual that thinks that flagging my YouTube videos is going to create a problem for me. But it is not. And in the comment section of the live chat, you will see a direct link to his channel. If you'd like to click on that link and drop a message to this individual, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to go through the top 3 videos, the first 3 videos you see on his channel related to me, well, you can go ahead and flag those videos if you want to, because they are inappropriate and bullying and cyber harassment. but he thinks because he's a computer genius, which he is not, he thinks that he's going to manipulate the YouTube system and have my channel taken down. That's not going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the link will be in the description box, and it will also be in the live chat. And you know what? Before I go any further, I'm going to put it in there again. There you go. You know, folks, each and every day, myself and the doctor, we are faced with adversity because we have so many people out there around the world that are trying everything they can to stop what we're doing. But it's not going to work. You know, the doctor released her book several days ago. It's doing very, very well. You know, I was doing the editing and the publishing, and I made one little typo in the subtitle in the word beginning. I left out an N. And because of the paperback issue, you know, it's hard to correct. But they had to make a big issue out of that, these factions. But they are now plastering Amazon with all of these derogatory reviews. But we've already contacted Amazon, and they're going to be taking care of that quickly. I was speaking with the doctor this morning, and she had an idea that was a very good idea. Mm-hmm. And the book is on sale on Amazon right now for $19.99. And the reason why we published a book, ladies and gentlemen, is to make money. We wrote the book to make money. And the reason why we wrote the book to make money is so we can pay for traveling across this country, city to city, and having the opportunity to speak live and in person in front of each and every one of you that wants to attend. Now, I know my statement is going to be taken out of context. Sound bites are going to end up in videos on all of these disgusting, putrid troll channels. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, it costs money to rent the ballrooms of major hotels. It costs money to transport ourselves from city to city, to spread this word directly from our mouths to your ears and to your eyes. People are already making the most ridiculous statements. Oh, the world's going to end. Why do you need to make money? Nobody said the world's going to end. We are going through some very, very trying times right now, and things may, they may get a little worse. Well, they probably are. The fact of the matter is, our backs are against the wall, but we're still fighting. So the book sales are going to help generate the funds for us to prepare and produce a campaign to stretch across this nation. So the doctor came up with a fantastic idea. And she said, listen, you know, what about all of the people that do not want to read my book and go through Amazon? Is there any way that we could make the book, the PDF file, which is the complete manuscript, available for people who would like to buy it and own it? And I thought to myself, and she thought to herself, This is a fantastic idea. This now gets the word out immediately. Immediately. So, if anybody that wants to purchase the manuscript for $15, you can use the PayPal link in the description box under this video. And just let us know in the comments section of your transaction that you want the PDF manuscript, and do not forget to leave your email address. It will be emailed to you immediately, and you will have the opportunity to read the entire manuscript uncut, and you'll have it. Now, getting into other things that are happening right now, folks, the CME that occurred was not Earth-facing, but it was kind of a surprise once again. There are also other things that are occurring right now around the world that are very, very eye-opening and potentially dangerous, very dangerous, related to our weather and the earthquakes and the volcanoes. But something occurred, ladies and gentlemen, something occurred the other day on August 11th, 2017, in the beautiful country of Uruguay and southern Brazil. The water, the ocean, disappeared in a flash from the shoreline, the beaches, and the marinas. It just disappeared. And then, on the other side of the tip of South America, in Chile, a massive rogue wave came out of nowhere and started crashing into the shore. Suddenly, there were waves 60, 70 feet high, smashing into the shoreline. We have all of the video, all of the information, all of the pictures. Myself and the doctor sat up very late last night trying to think, what in the hell would cause this? What would cause the water to completely recede out of marinas and the shoreline and the beaches of Uruguay and southern Brazil? There were no earthquakes. Nothing. What would cause a 75-foot wall of water to suddenly arise and crash into the shores of Chile? What is happening? Things are happening so quickly that they are becoming dangerous. Very dangerous. And after the imaging that I captured this morning on the Cactus CME imaging, the evidence is there. It's right in your face. And we're going to go ahead and get into all of it. Doctor, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Scott. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm a little nerved right now at everything that's going on.
Yes, I know.
I can clearly see that the opposition is moving towards us very, very rapidly. There's just absolutely no doubt about that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, just in the course of the last 24 hours, the doctor herself has received 36 death threats. 36. That's basically one or two, almost every hour. Over a book. Yeah. We know who the majority of these idiots are, but hell, not much we can do about it. I'm not afraid of death, and neither is she.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're going to get directly into this information because I know all of you are waiting to see it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. First thing we're going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is what happened in Uruguay and Brazil. Now, this headline states that the sea recedes mysteriously from beaches in Uruguay and Brazil. Now, some of you may have seen this already. Now, myself and the doctor, we were just literally trying to figure out what would cause this. Now, the people on the beaches of Uruguay and southern Brazil that saw this happening right in front of their eyes thought that it was a tsunami. Because normally during these tsunamis, if you're actually standing on a beach, all of a sudden the water recedes so quickly and you're standing there saying to yourself, wow, what just happened? And then the next thing you know, the water comes rushing in. And you better be a quick runner to get to safety. If not, you're probably going to drown. But this is what happened in Uruguay and southern Brazil. Now, I'm just going to go ahead down here and just read it to you. It says, a strange thing has been happening on beaches in Punta del Este in Uruguay. Along the doctor, could you want to pronounce that word there for me? You've got that accent.
I don't know. And in Brazil, it's Porto Alegre.
Yeah, Porto Alegre in Brazil. Typically, when the ocean recedes away from the beach, it is a huge sign of a tsunami that's going to hit the region. However, in these instances, this has not been the reason. On August 11th, 2017, the ocean almost disappeared from some of the beaches in Punta del Este in Uruguay. Levels which are generally filled with water are strangely dry and empty. Folks, take a look at this picture, okay? This was supposed to be a water-filled beach and inlet. The water disappeared. It just disappeared right in front of everybody's eyes. Mm-hmm. Now that it states only a few hours later, it was reported that on August 12th, 2017, the same thing occurred in beaches found in, is it Tremandai?
Yes, Tremandai.
Tremandai and Porto Alegre in Brazil. Again, where there was normally seawater, the ocean had disappeared, and no one seems to have any idea why it happened. People thought at first that perhaps it was a sign that a tsunami was coming, and when people saw that the ocean was receding, they were frightened, and they started to run for their lives. Well, here is the photograph. This is a kind of a seawall jetty. You can see all of this area. This was once water. Mm-hmm. The water just disappeared, gone, bone dry. Amazing. Now it goes on to further state there was no sign of a large earthquake or tsunami hitting the region where the ocean was receding, and when weather specialists started to say that it had been caused by strong storms offshore along with direction of the wind, they said that in Punta del Este in Uruguay, if a storm has a south wind, the seawater rises and hits the rumbla. However, if the wind is to the north, then it is possible that the storm could have the water receding. The English in here is not too well put together because this is, I believe this Disclosure TV is coming out of one of the Latin American countries. So it may sound like I'm stumbling through this reading it. It says, however, this time around, the receding of the ocean was widespread and big. And this is an effect that has been unprecedented. Okay, obviously this was probably translated. Now, I'm assuming that, this was some type of a marina restaurant, maybe houseboat. Looks like a marina restaurant of some kind. You can see that the ocean's gone, the beach is completely exposed, and it marined and shored this big houseboat restaurant. Just stuck it right up on shore.
Mm-hmm.
Now, furthermore, going into some of the pictures here, this area normally has water levels that are much, much higher. Water levels do reach where this green peat moss is. I believe this is kind of probably an inlet outlet for water to flow in, water to flow back out. The water, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
When these photographs were taken, that water disappeared.
Amazing.
Now, they started talking about in the article about when this happened in India. Right after the big earthquake and the tsunamis came in, there were so many people on the beach. And when they saw the water recede very rapidly, and then it came in, and we all know what happened after that. But this was an amazing situation that occurred. I'm going to move back up to this picture because it's just absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
To see something like this. Doctor, have you ever seen anything like this that was not tsunami related?
No, I haven't. But surprisingly enough, an experiment was done in 1842 that may explain it. And this experiment was done by Lord W.G. Armstrong in 1842, and he used 2 wine glasses. And he connected an electrical wire between the 2 wine glasses. And then he connected a DC current power source to one of the glasses. And he connected the other glass to the ground. And what happened was, the moment he connected the glasses, water flowed from one glass to the other along the wire.
Doc, check your microphone.
Okay.
You're coming in and out. You're
okay.
just breaking up.
Is it? Okay. Sorry about that. So anyway, the water flowed from one glass to the other. It was very strange. And so it flowed along the wire, which shows that when there are currents, then the water will flow along that electrical current. And as we know, we have high ionization of our atmosphere, so this may be the cause. This causes water to flow along the currents. And then we could have things like that. Water levels would drop in some areas and they would increase in others.
Yeah, this was an amazing thing to witness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play you a video here, and this was coming out of Chile. Now, this is on the other side of South America. If you look at the way South America is shaped, you have it kind of comes to a point there at the bottom. You have the country of Chile, which has been, they've been getting battered with these earthquakes along their country shoreline. Out of nowhere, these rogue waves come in. And I'm going to go ahead and just play this now. I want you to watch very, very carefully. These individuals are standing on a seawall. And these storms, well, I don't know. I don't even know if this was a storm because, the sun's out. You could see some clouds, and then you're going to see about a 75-foot wall of water just come crashing in. Now, folks, let me get over here. I'm going to try to get to this one point here real quick. I'm trying to get to this one point. I'm just trying to stop it so you can see the size of this wave.
My, this is amazing.
Okay, about right there, folks. That's what I was trying to stop. About right there. I mean, you're looking at, my God, from this perspective, probably 60 to 70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
A wall of water just pretty much coming out of nowhere. And on the other side of South America, directly across from Chile, you have all the water receding out of marinas and beaches and just disappearing. And you say to yourself, well, how the hell can this happen? We've checked everything. I mean, we have literally checked everything that we possibly could scientifically related to these types of occurrences. And then we started thinking, okay, the jet stream is so erratic right now in the southern hemisphere, it would blow your mind. And, we may be right, we may be wrong about what happened during this occurrence. But we're going to take a quick look at it. And we're going to show you our theory about what happened. So you can see this wall of water is at least 60 to 70 feet high from the base way down below here to the top. This portion over here is even higher. But as you can see back out here in the ocean, relatively calm. You see some clouds, but what happened? I mean, what happened to cause this? We may never know. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our jet stream model. And I'm going to show you what I think. You may have a difference of opinion. I'm going to let this load real quick. Now, during this time, and for months now, the southern hemisphere, all around Antarctica, the jet stream has been just absolutely, completely erratic. Mm-hmm. And what you're looking at here is the jet stream on the North Pole. I mean, it's basically non-existent. It's also completely erratic. I'm going to spin this up here. Now we're going to take a look at South America. And the region where this occurred is right here. Right here where my cursor is. That is the country of Uruguay, and it meets with the tip of southern Brazil, right where my cursor is. And you're seeing these inlets where these beaches were located. And then on the other side, where you see my cursor, this is going to be the country of Chile along the coastline. Now I'm going to pan back out here, and I want you to take a look at the jet stream around the Antarctica. And just peruse that for a minute. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the way this jet stream is flowing and where it was flowing heavily. Do you see this huge trough over here as it's coming in? Now, even though the jet stream is 10, 12,000 feet above sea level, there's a high possibility that our jet stream had something to do with these occurrences. Because as the waves came crashing in to Chile, and you could see the direction, going directly across, you also see right here, going directly over the affected area in Uruguay and southern Brazil, pushing the water back out to the ocean. You can see where it's coming in here. You can see where it's going out there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only thing that we can possibly come up with. For these two freak occurrences to happen simultaneously, water coming in, water going out. I mean, we sat up for hours and hours trying to figure this out, thinking the possibility of a huge fissure or crack that opened up offshore of the beaches over here, and that would allow the water to flow off of the beaches. But no, that wasn't the occurrence. That's not what happened. No earthquakes, no tsunami warnings, nothing. I want you to take another close look at what's happening on the bottom of the world. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. If you take a look and see what's happening over here at the tip of South Africa.
Yes.
Now we're going to see strange patterns that are coming right across the equator, moving up into Africa. And remember, I told you folks, wait till we get into the middle part of the hurricane season in the Atlantic, and you are going to probably see things hurricane related that you've never seen before. It's now starting to happen. The hurricanes are forming very rapidly in a row, in a line, traveling directly across the Atlantic Ocean. They're going to be coming up through the Caribbean and up into the Gulf of Mexico, or skirting the east coast of the United States, putting everybody in these areas in grave danger as they come in. You can already see what is happening in the Atlantic Ocean now with these vortexes. They are everywhere, large and small. It's just absolutely amazing to watch this, but in the same instance, this is very dangerous. Very. You can see what's happening across the almost half of the country of Australia. Our friends down in New Zealand, they have some wicked weather coming. I believe it's today. Everybody up here in the northern hemisphere, it's just hit and miss. And you wonder why it's been so cold at night in the central part of the United States and on the East Coast. Temperature is about 15 to 20 degrees below normal during the evening, during the nighttime. I mean, just look what's happening in the North Pole. Mm-hmm. Where's the jet stream? It's completely erratic. I'll use the word discombobulated. I mean, Doctor, what do you think whenever you're looking at this jet stream? I mean, I know you're not a meteorologist, but
yes. Well, first of all, it's very broken up, kind of chaotic, and it's quite strange that it's the wind speeds are so much lower. Well, the mass of air that's moving in the northern hemisphere is much lower than in the southern hemisphere. And but for a while, I've always thought it's connected with currents in the ionosphere. So possibly we are getting more current due to some objects being close to our planet. So it seems that currents are higher in the southern hemisphere than in the northern hemisphere. And, I've come to realize that it's not about gravity, it's about the electric and the magnetic field. So to me, even air currents are associated with electric fields and possibly ocean currents. So we are seeing this change. We first saw it in the jet stream, which is some distance away from the surface of the Earth. I believe that what we are seeing now with ocean moving away from one coastline and moving towards another coastline, that could go along with exactly what we've seen with the jet stream. It's starting to come down lower to the surface so that even the ocean currents are responding to it. So I think that's what is happening, and it does because we've seen the jet stream, the mass of air increasing first in the southern hemisphere to this extent. I suppose we would see this kind of pattern with the waves and the ocean.
Hey, Doc,
yes.
Doc, I don't mean to interrupt you, but there's something wrong with your microphone. It sounds like you. It sounds like you.
I don't know what is wrong.
Yeah, it's not. It sounds like you have a terrible lisp.
Oh my goodness! I don't know what is wrong with this microphone.
Yeah, it's your feed is it's not. Sorry, it's completely you can't understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it for now.
Okay, maybe. Well, let's see. We could maybe we could fix this. real quick. Give me 1 second here, and we'll see if we can get you fixed up here.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the information that I captured this morning. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up right now. And we're going to try to get the doctor's microphone fixed real quick.
Is it better now?
Let me just see what I can do here and check it out. What did I do with that video? Now, folks, this is what I live streamed earlier. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you real quick till I get her audio fixed. Let me just go ahead and share this with you.
It's going crazy. My computer.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off here real quick. We're having some technical difficulties with the sound. Not much I can do about that. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, it seems that we lost the doctor. She's going to have to go ahead and log back into our live stream. But the bottom line is, folks, I'm going to go ahead and start showing you what I captured this morning. Now, this is on the cactus coronagraph. And this detects CMEs. And you can clearly see that once this CME started, you can clearly see the object right there. Right there. Now, they did try to hide this object in the stereo imaging on August 15th, when this CME exploded off of the sun. If all of you remember the imaging that we captured back in July during a CME, a massive planetary object appeared directly in the plume coming from the coronal mass ejection. I mean, do you think these objects just appear in coronal mass ejections? No, they do not. And when I saw this, I was pretty stunned. I'm going to show you the next photograph. Now, this is just some color enhancement. And once again, you can see the object right here. I'm going to zoom in for you. So, I mean, it's going to pixelate a little bit, but you can clearly see the shape of it. Here's just a little bit more enhancement so you can see the object. It's right there next to the sun. Now, whenever I was viewing this CME coronagraph, it goes very fast in time lapse. So I slowed it down. And whenever I slowed it down, before this CME explodes from the left side of the sun, I clearly see a spherical object next to the sun before the CME goes off. It may be a little hard for you folks to see it, but just before this CME exploded, you can clearly see an outline as big as this circle right there before the CME explodes. Now, you're not going to clearly see it because of the way this imaging is taken. But when that coronal mass ejection went off, once again, it exposed what was there. I'm going to zoom in for you a little bit. I mean, do you actually think that perfect spherical object, do you think that might be part of the CME? No, it's not. It's clear as a bell. Here's a shot without the arrows and the other colorful wording on there. You know, again, ladies and gentlemen, on your video player on YouTube, if you go over to the right of your video player on YouTube and you click on that little white gear, if you're using a computer, you can click on that and enhance your resolution to 480 or 720 or 1080, whatever high definition you can get your computer screen up to. It will give you a better view of what is there. Now, also, first thing this morning, I immediately tried to gather some information from the Solar Dynamics Observatory, the SDO, and the site was taken down offline once again. Wonder why? I tried to look at different viewpoints in different angstroms on the stereo imaging, but couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. There she be. You know, folks, I'm a little speechless because, again, we're spotting this massive object. I mean, this thing is just absolutely enormous. It's huge. What it is, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Is it another star? Stellar core? Brown dwarf? I know this much. I mean, it's not the planet Nibiru. Because no planet would ever be able to get close to our sun like that without exploding. Whatever the hell this is, whatever it is affecting our sun. I truly believe that it's affecting everything in our inner solar system. Everything. Especially our sun. Now, once again, we're going to be faced with the fact that we have this other sunspot turning towards us. It's a little higher than the last one, 2665. That gave off a good three coronal mass ejections. I mean, what's going to happen when that one turns towards us, even though it's slightly higher on the sun than the last one? Now, I'm going to show you real quick. Let me get out of here. No, don't tell me I forget where I put the well, that's the rogue wave from Chile. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. So much going on this morning. Now, what we're going to be looking at here is the Core 2 imaging of the missing time. I want you to pay very close attention to the timestamp at the bottom and the date. This will replay. Now, this stereo ahead Core 2 imaging, this is what I was looking at first thing this morning after I was looking at the gray coronagraph that you just saw. The CME coronagraph. Watch the time. Oh, wow. Where did 5 hours? Where did 5 hours of this CME disappear to? I'll tell you where it disappeared to. They cut the damn imaging out. Why? Because of what I just showed you on the CME coronagraph. You see where my cursor is circling? I did this short video this morning just to show you this. Watch the timestamp. 5 hours during the CME. Deleted for public view. Watch it. There you go. 5 hours gone at a critical point. You know, folks, when I saw this, I got so mad, because once again, they don't want us to see what we should have saw. And that was that CME lighting up that object, lighting it up for us to see again. But you know what? Back in July, whenever that huge CME went off and it lit that big object up and we publicized it, well, we just let them know how to control the evidence. So this time, their little team made sure that they deleted the 5 hours. During this CME, that object would have been exposed. But you know what? They screwed up again. They're not as thorough as they think they are, but they probably will be now after they listen to me. Because I know damn well they're listening to me right now. "5 hours gone during a critical point. But they forgot about the CME coronagraph on cactus, didn't they? They forgot about that. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? When I was awoken at 4 a.m., that's the first place that my mind told me to go. Was not to the stereo imaging, but to the cactus coronagraph. And lo and behold, what did I see? Well, you saw it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Here it is. Straight off the Cactus website. This is all that I saw. This is all that's there. Doesn't look like much, does it? You can't even really see the object because of the way that this imaging is. But guess what? Whenever you stop the imaging, you'll see it. Let me see if I could stop it for you. No, it's not going to let me do it. Let me open it up in another video player. Well, it just doesn't want to cooperate at all, does it? Now, right here, folks, I'm sorry I can't zoom in on this video. We're just having some difficulties with this imaging and this video. Pay very close attention to where the video is stopped. You can see the object right there. Now I'll see if I could click through real quick. It's going so fast. Now it's not going to allow me to show it to you the way I want to. We'll just pull it up in this other video player and I'll show it to you this way. Just give this program a second to load up, and I'll show it to you. It will just allow me to slide it a little bit easier so we can see the video properly. Now, folks, this is just the plain coronagraph for the CME coronagraph on cactus. I know you probably can't see this very clearly on your computers, but I could already see right here the outline of this object. It's very clear for me. I could see it. Now, I'm going to try to advance this just a little bit. Because this video is in time lapse, it makes it a little difficult to do this because it's the frames are not they're just so far apart. Now here you could start to see at 1424 you could start to see the coronal mass ejection. Let me get to the next frame. Now, right here is where you can see the object perfectly. Now, what I'm going to do, let's do this. We're just going to go ahead and crop this right in front of your eyes. Now, this is basically the picture, the still photograph that Cactus showed next to the time-lapse video on the Cactus site. Click on the link and it takes you to the downloadable loop showing the CME and then one still photograph. And the still photograph that they showed was that. It was that. So, let's just, I just made it a little more high definition. There you go. You can see that object perfectly fine. And if you think that's some kind of perfectly spherical gas bubble coming off of the sun in a CME, nah, better think again. Tell you what we'll do here. Let's just add a little bit of contrast. See if we could bring this out a little bit better for you. And there you go. I mean, It doesn't take much to show these objects. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? I just bring you the information as I see it, as I find it. I've seen many, many coronal mass ejections, many over the years. I've seen some really big ones. I've seen smaller coronal mass ejections. Never have I seen them basically illuminating large planetary objects next to the sun. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are in the live chat. I mean, what do you think? What is your opinion?
Hello, everybody. Hey, listen, this is Scott. I stopped this live stream. Just wanted to make a quick announcement here real quick. So let me back out of here real fast. I hope all of you can hear me loud and clear. Listen, folks, I'm going to end this live stream, and over the course of the last 48 hours, all kinds of things have happened, and the majority of them are related to the doctor's book being published on Amazon. So I'm going to end this live stream right now, and I'm going to start another live stream in about 15 minutes. And I think all of you are going to want to hear what I have to say. I'd like to thank both of my moderators in there, Butterfly 52 and Tanis, and especially like to say a big thanks to Butterfly 52. Fantastic individual there, folks. Very stand-up individual. But anyways, I'm going to end this live stream real quick, and in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be back with another live stream. So make sure you guys stay tuned.